Hi there. So what we're going to do is bend some brake lines like what we're doing right now. I have to get that done, and there's another one over there to straighten out. This is an amazing tool. This is a 7/8 on the bottom and a 9/16 up top. It's made by OEM Tools. It's an inline double flange, double flare. It's an inline double flare maker. I like doing it more by hand. The ratchet, this is the ratchet 9/16, that's a normal 9/16. The ratchet 9/16 scares me because the cranking or ratcheting action makes me feel like I can put enough energy on it to break it. On online places with reviews and stuff, someone actually broke this tool. 2 different people broke it. They might have been mechanics who were jealous of it, because I've seen that happen with Tecton tools being so inexpensive at $20 that people actually stick the breaker bar in a vise and snap the breaker bar in a vise. I mean, you can see because metal doesn't twist like what they saw or what they showed. If you twisted metal like that and you knew you were twisted, you would stop because it was like a ice cream swirl. If it was doing that, people would stop. Instead, someone kept turning until it broke. The kind where you know someone really legitimately broke it, it would have been like a clean break or a shear break instead of a twist break. Anyways, this tool here, you stick it through until you see that, a little edge. It's okay if you go a little bit beyond that edge. That's the correct height. And you stick this in there and it'll press it down, and it's got a pit. This is the liquid wrench. I put it in there and it makes it a little bit smoother, the pressing and the smashing. And then you run down this screw. I'm just bringing it out here. Like, I greased all these parts with liquid wrench, and this puts a dimple in it. Let me show you. Alright, so I made a couple of practice ones, just 3 really. This is one of my early ones up here up top. It's not too bad, but what happened here is I didn't press with enough force because I was afraid I would damage it. You can see the difference in appearance. Whoa. And this other side looks better because I used more force on it and I deburred it. Let's get down to the ground, I guess. There we go, it's in focus. That down. You can see that there's more rings on this one because I screwed down harder into it, which spreads it out wide. Give it that real good looking bell on it. And this one, the bell isn't so beautiful or polished, and there are just fewer rings because I didn't screw this down as far as I could. And anyways, goes in there. You can see there's 2 different threads in here. Wide threads is the bottom, narrow threads is the top. See if you can see that. So we're going to put this back in here. It's really quick. I'm just surprised by how quick this tool can be put together. It seems awkward because of this. This here is just a 5mm or some such. And it's like that simple. You just turn it. It's now loose enough that you can slip a metal die in there. Reusing my fittings. So I cleaned that. I sprayed it with this and then rubbed it with this. I mean, if you have a wire brush, that would be a good thing to use there. I'm making a copy of this, and then I'll cut it off and transfer it and put a bell on it after I've transferred it. This is the reason I'm starting this video, and I use that, and it's good for cleaning up. This is designed to give you unlevel bends. I want it to bend like that. Here I am trying to copy this. You see this bend? It's a right angle bend. Everything's right angle. This is nearly right back off of the curve here. This like you're flat. This here bends at another right angle, just like 15 degrees. I shouldn't say right, but 15 degrees off horizon from this. And in order to bend these, it's just easier to slip this up underneath it and bend it up. But they've designed it to give you crooked bends. Look, I have to peel it up off the ground. It's all the way at the end. This is a fake tool that they give you intentionally to mess up your work. I'm returning it to get one like what I used as an electrician. Electricians just have a standard wire bender or metal conduit tube bender. I guess they call them a tube bender. Some people call them conduit benders. That's meant to give you crooked bends. It should be like that with an even thing. Instead it's like this. And none of these bends, even from the OEM, as fancy as they are, bend crookedly. They all bend from a 90-degree point. They just crook it after they bend at 90 degrees. See that? And they crook it to straighten it to what they needed. Just a bunch of 90-degree stuff. This, I mean, serious. This is just straight up horizontal. And they just bend it after they bend it. But this doesn't work. Intentionally like this, people might do it in the air or something to copy it. But me, I was just bending it by hand. I stuck it in there and bent it around by hand. Fact is, what you need is the one for conduit. I'm taking this back to AutoZone and getting the conduit bender. That'll do a much better job. It'll be much easier to estimate. Peace.